So, good afternoon, sir. We are Group 2 and we're going to present about human flourishing. Human flourishing. So, first, we have the term flourishing, meaning it is a state where people experience positive emotion, positive psychological functioning, and positive interaction with people. So, kung mapapansin nyo po is, madalas kong binabanggit ang word na positive. Because, in this lesson, we're going to have a discussion about positiveness, positive attitude, positive perspective, and positive behavior. So, kapag po pinagsama ang word na human and flourishing, meaning it is an effort to achieve self-actualization. Na yung self-actualization na yun, it is the complete realization of one's potential or the full development of one's abilities and appreciation for life, or it is the highest attainment or complete realization nga, sinabi ko. Highest attainment or complete realizations. Because you achieve your needs na, at ikaw ay nasa basic needs na, complete na yung nararamdaman mo, you have safetyness na and belongingness na. Kumbaga, doon ka na paakyat sa self-actualization. Because you achieve your needs and nakakatulong ka na sa iba. Kasi nga, buo ka na. Kaya kaya mo nang tumulong sa ibang tao. You can help other people na. Next slide. Lesson objectives. Identify different conceptions of human flourishing, determine the development of the scientific method and validity of science, and critique human flourishing vis-a-vis progress of science and technology to be able to define for themselves the meaning of a good life. So, when human flourishing, lagi po nating pinag-uusapan dito is what is happiness. So, yung iba nagsasabi, happiness is something material. Yung bigyan ka lang ng yung gamit, ng bagong gamit is nagiging masaya ka na. Or pera man yan, is nagiging masaya ka na. Or kahit yung iba nagpapatawa, nagjo-jokes na is simpleng jokes lang is natatawa ka na. Yung iba naman, kahit anong gawin mo joke, hindi pa rin sila natatawa. Kasi iba't iba tayo ng perspective. So, sabi naman, in psychology daw, happiness is a mental or emotional state of well-being which can be defined by, among others, positive or pleasant emotions ranging from contentment to intense joy. To behaviorists naman daw, happiness is a cocktail of emotions na nararanasan natin when we do something good or positive. So, sabi, ang happiness daw is emotions. Kapag tayo ay nakaka-experience daw ng something good or positive. Oo nga naman kasi, kapag nakaranas ka ng isang positibong bagay or hindi lang isa, or araw-araw, you are experiencing positive and good, di ba? You are good or positive. Mararanasan mo talaga ang happiness. So, sabi naman sa two neurologists, happiness is the experience of a flood of hormones released in the brain as a reward for behaviors that prolongs survival. Next slide. Well, my question is, happiness is a destination or a journey? Ito ba ay destinasyon na iyong pupuntahan? Or, ito ba ay destinations or a journey na iyong pupuntahan? Siyempre, it is a journey na kailangan nating or na pupuntahan at kailangan nating pagdaanan. Kasi nga, hindi, sabi ko nga, self-actualization, highest attainment. Kumbaga, hindi mo maaabot ang isang bagay kung wala kang pinaghihirapan. So, ang tamang sagot para sa akin is, happiness is a journey. Journey na kailangan mo siyang pagdaanan at puntahan. Next, So, when human flourishing, lagi po nating pinag-uusapan dito. There are two views na lagi nating pinag-uusapan. First is the hedonistic view. The hedonistic view of well-being is that happiness is the polar opposite of suffering. The presence of happiness indicates the absence of pain. Ayan. Because of this, hedonists believe that the purpose of life is to maximize happiness, which minimizes misery. Ayan. So, hedonistic view po is the absence of pain. Ayan. Because of this, ang hedonist daw is naniniwala na ang purpose of life is para ma-maximize mo yung happiness. So, ayan. The reason why po is para tayo is magkaroon ng purpose life. Kailangan daw nating i-maximize na gumawa ka ng paraan. And, kailangan mo daw ma-experience, gagawa ka ng paraan to experience at ma-lessons kung ano yung nararamdaman mong lungkot. So, kapag malungkot ka, na if you want to experience happiness, so gagawa ka ng paraan. Ikaw na mismo yung gagawa ng paraan nun. Sabi naman sa isa, Eudaimonia, a term that combines the Greek words for good and spirit to describe the ideology. Eudaimonia defines happiness as the pursuit of becoming a better person. Sabi, Eudaimonists do this by challenging themselves intellectually or by engaging in activities that make them spiritually richer people. So, ang Eudaimonia po is a Greek word, translate in happiness. So, ayun, kung itong si hedonistic view is the absence of pain, ito namang si Eudaimonia ay mas malalim. Kasi, itong si Eudaimonia, there is an application or action para makaramdam ka ng happiness. Ayan, may tinatawag na action or application to experience happiness. So, sabi is, kailangan mo lang maging isang magbuting tao or good person. Ayan. Ulitin ko, the hedonistic view is the absence of pain. Ayan. And eudaimonia is the pursuit of becoming a better person. You are going to be a better person para ma-experience mo daw yung happiness. So, eudaimonia. Next slide. Eudaimonia daw is a good-spirited, coined by Aristotle. Describe the good-spirited meaning you are going to be a better person. Coined by Aristotle, describes the pinnacle of happiness that is attainable by humans. And it is under human flourishing. Na sinasabi ko sa inyo na yung human flourishing, it is an effort para ma-achieve mo yung self-actualization. Meaning, you are going to help other people na. Because, you achieve your needs na. Kumbaga, dahil buo ka na, dahil buo na yung nararamdaman mo, achieve mo na, so you are going to help other people. And, because of your talents and your skills.
So there are two types of happiness, which is the hedonia and eudaimonia. So basically, when we say hedonia, it's all about the things that makes us feel good, but then it doesn't have purpose. It's all about our pleasures in life. And unlike in eudaimonia, wherein we are fulfilling our life and at the same time, we have purpose on why we are doing it. So for example, in hedonia, excessive drinking of alcohol and taking cigarettes. It is not really necessary, but still people are doing it because it fulfills their pleasures in life. Unlike in eudaimonia, like for example, I wanted to be successful in the future. So everything that I'll do right now, it has purpose. I will give meaning into it. And unlike in hedonia, wherein we are doing stuff or we are doing things without having purpose or without having any meaning. So basically, when we say hedonia, it's all about pleasures. Pleasure is the most important thing in life. And when we say eudaimonia, having a purpose or fulfilling our life or fulfilling our potential in general is the most important thing, or like the main priority of our life. So, according to Nicomachean Ethics, which is the philosophical inquiry into the nature of the good life for a human being, human flourishing arises as a result of different components such as phronesis, friendship, wealth, and power. So, sinasabi sa Nicomachean Ethics that these four components or elements will surely give us the happiness that we want in life, or will surely help us to have a better life. So just like in phronesis, it says that it is the habit of making the right decisions and taking the right actions in context and relentless pursuit of excellence for the common good. So habit of making the right decisions. Diba in Eudaimonia, in every actions or in every choices or in every decisions in general, we always aim for good. As well as in friendship, wealth, and power. Kasi the reason why friendship is one of the components for us to have a good life is because along the way of our journey, while we are aiming our goals in life, we need people. We need people that can help us and support us. Diba sabi nga sa quote, no man is an island. So we need people into our life. So wealth and power, kasi no matter how small or big that we can get in life, it helps us to have so many perspective in life. It expands our perspective in life. So that's why it is one of the components for us to have a good life. So next is in ancient Greek society, they believe that acquiring this will surely bring the seeker's happiness, which in effect allows them to partake in a greater notion of what we call the good. So just like what I said earlier, those four components, which is the phronesis, friendship, wealth, and power, that will surely help us that will surely brings us the happiness that we want in life. Kasi nga, those four components is something that can bring out the good into our life. So, as time changes, elements that comprise human flourishing change. So, sinasabi na as time changes, human flourishing change because as time goes by, we improve and we develop as a human being. Nagbabago yung perspective natin as time goes by. So, kaya sinasabi na as time changes, human flourishing change. So, like, for example, di ba, may mga tao na tumitigil ng pag-aaral because they think that, or like, there's already opportunity in front of them, but then there are also people who trying to finish their study because they think that there is a greater opportunity waiting for them. So, we have different perspective, or meron tayo iba't ibang pananaw sa buhay, but then, isa lang yung goal natin is to makamit natin yung potential natin sa buhay. So, kaya sinasabi na as time changes, human flourishing change. Kasi nag-iiba kung paano tayo magpa-flourish. So, people found means to live more comfortably, explore more places, develop more products, and make more money. Kasi, we always have reason We always have reason naman why we wanted to live or why we are giving meaning into our life. So, like, for example, you are not in a good situation right now, so you wanted to live comfortably, or you just have a goal wherein you want to explore more countries or more places in general, or you just wanted to develop more products and make good money. So it depends on our reasons, but then we always try to give meaning into our lives. So, human of today are expected to become man of the world. So, man of the world kasi means someone who has a lot of experiences in life, and along the way of our journey, while we are aiming our goals in life, we will experience a lot of things in life. We will experience a lot of struggles or challenges in this world so that we could attain our goals in life. But then, if it wasn't because of those experiences, we wouldn't be able to reach our goal. So, man of the world, kasi we are ready to face every struggles or every challenges in this world so that we could attain our goals. Kumbaga, walang makakapigil sa atin as long as we are doing it for our goals and we are ready to face every challenges in this world. So, kaya sinasabi na human of today are expected to become man of the world. So, just like an example. So supposed to situate himself in a global neighborhood wherein working side by side among institutions and the government to be able to reach a common goal. So ano ba yung common goal natin? Di ba yung common goal natin is to reach our potential in life or to reach our goal in general? So that's why sinasabi dito na working side by side kasi nga we are ready to do everything that we can so that we could achieve our goals in life. So competition as a means of survival has become passé. So passé means out of style or outdated, or sinasabi na competition is hindi na uso kasi nga especially right now, diba? Especially right now that we are in the middle of pandemic wherein I think it's not applicable to compete with each other. I think it's more okay to support each other instead of competing with each other. And for me, competition is not really applicable in life, or like really not necessary in life unless you are competing with yourself. Because for me, the only person that you should be competing with is, yourself. So, it's nice to know na makikita natin yung solidarity to everyone right now, na even though our government is continuously disappointing and failing us, but still, makikita natin yung compassion sa lahat, or makikita natin yung compassion to everyone. And that's why competition is something that is out of style or is passé. And for me, it's compassion over competition. So yeah, for me, competition is not really necessary, especially at this time. So, coordination is the new trend. For me, coordination is always a trend kasi if you want something in life, then you have to act accordingly. Kasi hindi tayo dapat puro salita lang, but then we also need actions into our words. Kasi you cannot just sit there and wait for it to happen. So you have to coordinate or synchronize your actions or like your words into action so that it could happen. Kasi I know that we have goals in life, but then it's not gonna happen if we are not gonna do anything, or we're not gonna do anything, right? So, sinasabi na coordination nga daw is the new trend. So, yeah. So, Eastern versus Western conception regarding society and human flourishing. So, yung human flourishing is nakadepende siya in the society that you are in. So, it depends if your conception is more Eastern or more Western. So let's start with Eastern conception, wherein it is more focused on community-centric. Individual should sacrifice himself for the sake of society. And when we say Western conception, it is more focused on the individual, human flourishing as an end, and it always aims for Eudaimonia as the ultimate good. So let's start with Eastern conception. So when we say Eastern conception, it's a whole, it's a group, it's a community, it's a society. Kabuuan siya. Kabuuan nangyayari yung Eastern conception. Unlike in Western conception na nangyayari siya in every human being or in every individual. So for example, in Eastern conception, I achieved something in life. Like for example, I became successful. So the society would be like, or let's just say the people that around me or like my family would be like, oh, he cannot attain that if it wasn't because of us, or he wouldn't be able to be on that position if it wasn't because of us. So parang they always have to be in the middle, or they always have to be included in everything, even if it's just achievement or not. Kumbaga lagi silang kasama kasi nga in Eastern conception, you will flourish as one. You will flourish as a group. So, unlike in Western conception, guys, na nangyayari talaga dito yung human flourishing. Kasi, yung human flourishing is nangyayari talaga siya in every human being. Kasi, we have different potentials in life, and you cannot just, carry other people with you so that you could flourish. Kasi iba't iba tayo ng potential. So, for example, in Western conception, I achieved something in life, right? So, I achieved something in life. So, that achievement is just for me. Like, it's all on me. It has nothing to do with anyone. Like, that achievement is something that I work for. So, ang nangyayari kasi in Eastern conception is you are sacrificing just for the sake of society or just for the sake of other people. So, ayun lang yun. Ayun lang yung difference between Eastern conception and Western conception. When we say Eastern conception, or like another example for Eastern conception, diba, there are parents who always dictates like everything to their child. So like for example, their child wants to be a psychologist, but then they wanted their child to be an engineer, for example. So nagkakaroon ng conflict. So ang mangyayari, mag-sacrifice yung tao just for the sake of other people. So yan, Eastern conception is kabuuan, nag-flourish sila as a group, and when we say Western conception, they flourish as like in every individual, or like in every human being. So that's just basically it.
Falsification theory is proposed by Karl Popper, an Austrian-British philosopher. Falsification theory suggests that for a theory to be considered scientific, it must be able to be tested and conceivably proven false. It is all about conjecture and refutation. And refutation means proving a theory to be wrong or false. For example, all swans are white. It can be falsified when we observe a black swan. Instead of looking for supporting evidence, we should refute our own hypothesis. Because for Popper, if things are falsifiable, then they can be used in scientific studies. So what happens when a theory are falsified? When theories are falsified by such observations, scientists can respond by revising the theory or by rejecting the theory. The falsification theory steadily eliminating false theories, we can eventually arrive at true ones. Karl Popper's main point in falsification theory is that no matter how many observations are made which confirm a theory, there is always a possibility that a future observation could refute it.